kids? How you guys doing today, huh? How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land today? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day here in Blue Key Harbor. Had a high of 86, got pretty warm today. Breeze blowing around 10-15. Got a beautiful sunset developing. Got some puffy clouds up there, so it might get interesting this evening as that develops. Here's a little preview of what's starting to develop over there, as you can see. Good day today. Good day today. Took the dog for a nice walk this morning. She did her business a couple of times. Got back here to the boat and had to straighten out some stuff. I had to kind of laugh. You know, I went to Winn-Dixie, the new Winn-Dixie grocery store yesterday, to do a small provisioning run, thanks to the generosity of some of my viewers. And I guess after I shopped at Winn-Dixie, it threw off my credit card company, and they put a lock on my card last night. So this morning I had to call them, and fortunately they had their business hours over the weekend. But this morning I had to call them up and say, hey, what the heck? I guess because I bought groceries at Winn-Dixie instead of Publix, and that's not what I normally do. I you know, stepped outside of my normal thing, and it freaked them out, and so they put a hold on it. So I had to call them and get that all figured out and worked out with them. So, which we did. Well, I just heard something splash over here next to me, but I don't see anything. If it's dolphins, maybe they'll come down this way. That'd be nice to get some dolphins on film. It's one thing I've not had success doing yet. So, anyhow, more boats left the harbor. So we've got even more room here in the harbor. More boats have left the harbor now, heading out to various points, east, west, south, north, whatever. A lot of people starting their journey back north. Some of the loopers. A lot of people taking their boats up around the west coast where they find better rates for summer storage. And so, hey, Martin, there you are, buddy. How you doing? Hey, Rejects, what's going on, man? How you doing? So, a lot of guys are heading out and going and parking their boats, say good people, so they can get them stored for the summer, while they then fly, drive, train, automobile, bus, whatever, planes, trains, and automobiles, or whatever other transportation they use to go back to their homes, and they go back and they spend time with family or what have you. So anyhow, at least that's noisy birds. At least that's the understanding that I've had from the conversations I've had with people, is what's going on. But yeah, but that one really big sort of triple-decker boat that I talked about just the other night, they pulled up and left this morning. So they about ran me over leaving today too. I had to go do a fuel run. Yesterday I was lamenting about the need for gasoline money so I could run the generator. Fortunately, one of my excellent supporters, my excellent friends out there, helped out and kicked in 50 bucks so I could go. And sure enough, I spent $48.50 in filling up all the gas cans. So we're good with fuel for, you know, a week, 10 days, something like that, whatever it is. Generator ran fine today. So I'd be nervous to leave the boat down there with a stormy season coming. Yeah, well, a lot of people do. Hey, pilot, how you doing, brother? How was the Yoo-hoo? You know, out of curiosity, I did have to drink one, and it was okay. It was okay, but I'd much rather have a glass of chocolate milk than a Yoo-hoo. Me personally, I'd just rather have a glass of chocolate milk. But Yoo-hoo can sit in its bottle forever and not go bad, apparently. And milk, of course, does go bad, especially if not in refrigeration. So it goes bad quickly. But that's just me. I like the healthier stuff. But it was interesting. It was interesting nonetheless. Anyhow, so where was I at? Went for the fuel run, right? Went down there and got a fuel run. I was really nervous going on the fuel run today, to be honest with you. I was not sure. Oh, there's a dinghy going by. Okay. Very focused on whatever they're going to. Anyhow, I wasn't sure I had enough fuel to make it down to the dinghy dock. Now, right through there, you can see there's the bridge to nowhere way down there, and the dinghy dock is out past that. So I had to go way down there to go get fuel for the dinghy, and I wasn't sure I had enough fuel. I was expecting my outboard to conk out at almost any time along that route, and it didn't. It didn't. I had just enough fuel to get there, but before I left there, I topped off the fuel tank and added oil from my mixed tank that I keep in the dinghy. I filled all that up, and I was surprised that it took just about, I mean, it took a lot to fill it up. The outboard motor had not run out of fuel, but I bet you there wasn't more than a couple thimblefuls left in the fuel tank. So if I had to go probably another 50 or 100 feet, it probably would have run out. But we made it, so it worked. Gosh, I wonder why it would never go bad. Yeah, right? Every growing boy needs lived on that stuff. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's tasty, but it doesn't need refrigeration. It just, you know, it's just in a glass bottle. It's preserved. Wind's blowing around pretty good. As you can see, we're a little animated out here this evening. Right now, I've got the dinghy. I got Rosie full of garbage. I gotta make a garbage run in the morning. Garbage and laundry run tomorrow. I was gonna do laundry today, but I never did get that done. I spent most of the day on the phone talking to people, taking care of stuff, dealing with stuff. So, working on my next big project, which unfortunately I can't share on here. So, but yeah, exciting times coming. Real exciting times, happy times coming. Very, very happy times coming. So I'm kind of jazzed about that. So. There's something rolling by. With his bicycle. How you doing, ma'am? All right. There you'll get to see Squirt row by. You gonna fall in, dog? You fall in, I'm just gonna laugh at you. That's all I'm gonna do is laugh at you if you fall in. You know better. Oh, now you bark at him. He's way over there. What are you barking at him for? Go lay down. Stop. Silly dog. Silly dog. Anyhow, there's what the sunset's looking like, kids. Hey, pilot, I don't know if you can hear this. Nectar of the gods, my friend. Oh, man. Yep, I did. All right, good deal. Good deal, good deal. Jackass, how old is Lily? Lily will be, she'll be 4 this coming October. She's 3 right now. She'll be 4 this coming October. So, she was born in October of 2015. So this October she'll turn 4 years old. Yep. Don't confuse the garbage and the laundry. No, completely different looking bags. When you go swimming off the boat, does the dog jump in after you? You know, Rejects, I really thought she would. But no, she has never jumped off the boat. She'll jump off the boat onto the dinghy, but she will not jump off the boat into the water. She has fallen off of the boat into the water twice now so far this year. Once while we were putting the mast back on up there on the Hudson River, or not putting it on, taking the mast down, and when we were there in Buffalo, when we were taking the mast down. That she fell in then. But there she was able to just swim ashore. And then she also fell in while I was there in Port Washington, right in the middle of a live stream. She came around behind me and then slipped and fell in the water. So, oh well. It's all good. I can't see the chat. I got the sun in my eyes. Oh. But yeah, I'm surprised. I would have thought she would have jumped in wanting to be with me more, but no, she doesn't. She's like, nope. In fact, when I jump in the water, she goes down below. She doesn't even want to be up on deck when I'm in the water, so she knows I'll probably splash her if I could. She looks at him and says, I'm the captain now. Yeah, right? Hey, Marie, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you here. So, hey, while I've got you guys here, some of my mods here, we're going to try to be a bit more patient. I'm going to try to be a bit more patient with people. There are some people that are coming on here that we can identify pretty clearly as trolls, and they may in fact very well be trolls, but I don't want to delete them until they get really out of line, or if we're going to delete somebody, let me go ahead and do it. If you see something that I don't see, bring it to my attention, but please, if you will, hold off on smacking people, unless they're, you know, obviously doing something stupid. But you know, if they're just making a rude comment or two, we'll leave that go for the time being until they do something I really dislike. So, but any event, I just wanted to bring that up. So, got it. Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh man, there's the sunset again. You see how much the wind's blowing me around? It's got the boat twisted going one way and then the other. That's about as far as we're going to get this way. Then we're going to twist back the other direction. And of course, you know, if the camera's looking at that sunset, I got it right in my eyes. Rosie doesn't care for the water either. I couldn't get my other two labs out of the water, but I can't get her in. Hey, Gene, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I don't know. Some dogs are just that way. Spirit catamarans are giving sailing YouTubers with 5,000 subscribers free 2 weeks on a 39-foot cat. Oh, that'd be fun. Nice evening there. Windy, but looks nice. It is windy, Callie. Windy. First race day in the books. Great day on Lake. Oh, Marie, awesome. Glad you had a good day. Yeah, in Thailand. I figured that's what it would be, Jack, in Thailand. Yeah. So you still need to get yourself to Thailand, but still, that'd be a cool vacation. Go spend a week on a catamaran in Thailand. Huh. And all you need is 5,000 subscribers. Well, that rules me out. I don't have 5,000 subscribers. I have won and lost 4 times that many, but I don't have it now. So, cool picture. Yeah, it is. So anyhow, walked the dog, went for a fuel run, got here to the boat, did some organizational stuff, got the groceries from yesterday, finished putting them all away. Was able to enjoy a very pleasant breakfast this morning. Had some hash browns. I've not had hash browns because I don't have a working freezer, but the Winn-Dixie store sold a small package of hash browns. And they were frozen, and of course I didn't keep them frozen last night, but I figured between being frozen when I put them down in the cooler and now that you know, that was enough. So anyhow, so that's what we did. That's what we did. So it was pretty cool. Sailboat race. Yeah, she is part of a sailing club there in Minnesota, aren't you, Marie? Isn't that where it is there in Minnesota? I think that's what you said. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, here we go, whipping around the other way now. See, the boat does this all day long. First one direction, then the other. So, I'm planning on completing the loop. I am planning on completing the loop. I am not going to complete the loop on this boat. I will complete the loop at some point, but it won't be on this boat. This boat is too grossly underpowered to be trying to work against the currents and heading back upstream. When I came out, it was all downstream. And finishing the loop, I have to go upstream And this boat just simply doesn't have the power for that. So, yeah, Marie sails on the Lake of the Ozarks. Now, Marie, is the Lake of the Ozarks, is that the lake that goes from Missouri all the way down into Arkansas? Is that, am I thinking of the right lake? Because I think I chartered a houseboat once on the Lake of the Ozarks. And I think it was Lake of the Ozarks. I may have be thinking of a different lake. But I know whatever lake we were on was on the border between, I believe it was Missouri and Arkansas. And the reason why I bring that up is because we were on the houseboat, and we took the houseboat and we went, cruising, went for a drive and to look around. And there was these great big billboards on the side of the lake. No, not that one, okay. There was great big billboards on the side of the lake. On one side it said Arkmo, and on the other side it said Moark. And I was like, what the hell is Moark and Arkmo? It didn't register to me. And then I was sitting there looking at it and thinking, oh shit, that's a state line. That's what we were looking at. We were looking at the state line between Missouri and Arkansas. But I distinctly remember those signs, oh, Arkmo and Moark. I don't remember what the name of that lake was, but we chartered a big houseboat. That's when my first wife and I were getting divorced, actually. We went down there for an effort to see if we could salvage the marriage. And we didn't, but we should have. So, anyhow, there's the sunset. I picked up the camera so you could see it. Kind of neat the way it's peeking through the clouds right now. Kind of pretty back there. Sorry about all the stuff on the back of my boat. It just is what it is, kids. Not much I can do about all that, so. Yeah, we're coming around. Put you back down in your spot. There you go. Pretty sunset there. I like it when you've got all that cloud interaction and you see all the reflection and the sunbeams coming down through, and lets you know there's a God in heaven. Just too darn pretty for that not to be some sort of somebody at the wheel there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Do you have any children? Yes, I do. I have two sons, and I had a stepdaughter, but I don't have a stepdaughter anymore, obviously. Divorced the mother, and she's mad at me, so she doesn't talk to me anymore. I'm really good at getting my kids to not talk to me. I've got that skill set down. I perfected that skill set of pissing off my children. Nothing wrong with that. Parents' job is never over. I watched 6 hours of air show today from Lakeland, Florida. Oh, there you go, pilot. That's cool. That would be wonderful to do when the time is right for you. Yeah, Callie, it would be. I'm not opposed to doing the loop. I think it would be interesting. I enjoyed coming down from Ohio a lot. I like that sort of moving along and stuff. So Gene says those are acquired skills. Yes, they are. Took a lot of training and development and study to perfect them, actually. Never heard of anyone doing the loop clockwise. Always done counterclockwise. Guess it can be done if you want to double your fuel cost. Yeah, well, pretty much it. Oh, sure, there was beer involved. You know it, pilot. I'm pissed off at you. Their problem or your problem. It would kill me to have my kids pissed at me. Oh, no, at this point, it's their problem. I'm not worrying about it. There's no right or wrong about it. My daughter is mad at me because I divorced her mother. It absolutely had nothing to do with her, but she obviously is of the opinion that she needs to take sides. So be it. That's fine. her loss as far as I'm concerned. So, you never stop raising kids. No, you never do. And so sometimes, if you're a decent parent, sometimes you have to have a little, tough love. You know, you have to have a little tough love. You can't let them, my daughter can't, she's not going to dictate the way I live. My sons are not going to dictate the way I live. I did my job as a parent. I did the raising and the caring for and did all that stuff. I was there for them if they availed themselves of that. So, you're doing something right as a parent. Yeah, well, that's true, Rejects. Yeah, I'm not here to be their friend. My job isn't to be their friend. My job is to instruct them on how to be a good parent, how to be a good person. So, Jane, that's about it. You can't want to just take time. Yeah, that's it. Exactly right. And the one thing, Gene, as you well know, the older we get, the more we have learned to perfect patience. The more patient we are, the more able we are to deal with that stuff. So, oh, someone's flying a drone. Look at that. You see the drone? Can you see him right there? He's coming over to check it out. Up, 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 up. And moving along. No, folks, that's not me flying a drone. Somebody else is flying their drone, which they should not be at this hour. They're not supposed to be flying this late in the day. But somebody is. Yeah, well, let somebody else yell at them. That's one of those small ones, one of those Mavics. That's one of those DJI Mavics, so. Let's see. I still the kids tune up when I think they need it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, you said the gentleman that died raised your sons. Well, he raised them after they were already pretty old. Oh. Want to see food that doesn't rot ever? Search for Snatra House, a hostel in Iceland that hosts a McDonald's hamburger that has been saved at room temperature for approaching. Oh, that's disgusting. That's gross, Martin. That's gross. Okay. You give the kids a tune-up. Yeah, they do need it from time to time, Pilot. They do. Yeah, our responsibility as parents don't end when they get to be a certain age, so. As far as my sons are concerned, they were like 9 and 11 or so when their mom and I got divorced, and then after that they came and, well, my oldest son came and lived with me for a while all that was going on. They had the option of being with me, or they had the option of being with their mom, so up to them to decide what they wanted to do. Here comes a dinghy on approach. Some people going by. How you guys doing? McDonald's is gross, that hamburger, yeah. Yeah. Lily, settle down. Lily's got her hackles up like she's gonna kick someone's butt. Who are you kidding, dog? Oh, there goes the drone flying by again. Whee. Went up the one row, and now it's going to come back the other row. Yeah. No, it's just hovering over there now. I doubt you guys could see it on my screen, but apparently maybe we should get all of the drone operators here in the harbor and organize some drone races or something. That could be fun. Put on a drone event over at the sport fields. And here, now we are, after everything's said and done this evening, kicking back with a couple of cold beers and enjoying the sunset. And what could be a better way to end a day than just to hang out here and enjoy the sunset and drinking a cold beer? So, Doug, what are you doing? I'm always giving my kids money, and they have been, as they say, on their own for decades now. Every dad or mom I know is in the same situation. Yeah, I know, rejects. Yeah. In fact, I was kind of pissed off at my oldest son the other day. A couple years ago, when I was still up in Alaska, my son had gotten into those payday loans. He did a payday advance, kind of loan, and then did another loan on top of that loan, another loan on top of that loan, and next thing you know, he owed the payday company $5,000 and did not have the money to pay them. Interest was piling up, the payments were piling up, they weren't getting ahead, they were not able to make their bills because they were beaten alive by this payday loan. So I sent $5,000 over to my son and paid his payday loan bill off so he could get that debt off his back, which I didn't mind doing, as most parents do help their kids out from time to time like that. Well, then I got in an argument with my son the other day, and his argument is, and what my son's upset with me about is that I'm out here living on my boat and I'm not in Ohio playing grandpa. He says, I don't do anything for them. And I'm like, well, I seems like you forgot about the $5,000 I just sent you a year or so ago to help bail you out. Apparently I do something to help the family out. And he had no recollection of me having sent him that money. He goes, you never sent me any money. I'm like, the hell I didn't. I have the receipts to prove it. He's like, you never sent me any money. I'm like, the hell I didn't. Check your records, boy. So he had selective memory, forgot all about it. I couldn't believe that he did not remember getting a $5,000 gift from me, but it's like, whatever. Anyhow, I pulled up a copy of the statement that I had on my computer and sent him a copy of it. And he was like, oh, well, I guess you did. Okay. I forgot about that. Yeah. Another thing you learn as you get older is you don't know everything. In fact, you don't know anything. The more you think you know, the less you actually know. That's just the reality of it. The more you think, well, you know what you're doing, the less you really know what you're doing. So, only good the day after a night of drinking. Oh, I just try to avoid McDonald's altogether. So, sounds like your grandkids need me. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Don't they all? Guy over here on the cruiser, I mean, you hear his music. He's got his stereo cranking right now, pretty loud. They don't know what they don't know. That's exactly right. Yeah, that guy there, he's got his stereo blaring. I can hear it from here, disturbing the peace. I can't complain. He has to listen to my generator run most of the time, so. Anywho, now the sunset's kind of crapped out. The sun is down, the clouds are blocking it now. I don't hear any conchorns this evening. I've yet to hear a conchorn. I would think on a Saturday night. Saturday night? Yes, there's one. Now I hear one. So, Table Rock Lake. Yeah, that may have been where I was at. Thanks, 1 acre. That may have been it. Table Rock Lake. That may have been the lake. It was right there on the Missouri-Arkansas border. We chartered a really nice houseboat on there. It had a big slide. You go up on the second floor and you can get on the big slide and slide down and splash into water, and boarding ladder on the back, get back on, and had some pretty good bass fishing, if I remember correctly. We had fun taking that big houseboat around that lake. was pretty cool. So tomorrow's a big exciting day. Big exciting day tomorrow. Garbage run and laundry. Garbage run and laundry day tomorrow, Sunday. That's how I'm spending my exciting Sunday. I'm going to try to get over there early too, because if you get over there early, you can beat the crowds. Otherwise, the laundromat gets full on Sundays, and it's hard to find washer and dryer space. But if you go early on Sunday, no one's over there yet. So I may not live stream the chat tomorrow. I've been trying to live stream the Sunday mornings, although the one today was really short. Again, really short. So, but I may try to not live stream the cruiser's net and just go early over to go do laundry before it gets too hot. There was a second horn, although that was not a conch horn, that was just someone blowing a horn. I noticed that too, Oxapilot, last night. It sounded like everyone was getting crazy on those horns. And tonight no one is. Yeah. There are several nice lakes like that in the area. Yep. Speaking of parents and children, this saying is so true. The older I get, the smarter my parents get. Oh man, isn't that the case, Gene? Yep. Isn't that the case? Yeah, we got a couple horns blowing. Oh, I gotta turn around here. Oh. Actually, it's time for the second beer for the evening. What did I miss here in the chat? Oh. Is mooring and phone due? Might be able to throw you a few bucks. Jack, there's always bills due. I just filled up the fuel. I do have the mooring and the phone bill paid at the moment. I did a mini provision, so I'm actually good right at the moment, but those bills are going to be coming in. So if you can hit up the PayPal and kick in some funds, please do, Jack. We always need some funds coming in. Kind of sounds like personal family business, not appropriate. Yep, that's exactly right, Marley. That's why I'm not going into it any further. Just my opinion as a mom. All right. Well, you have the correct opinion, Mom, as moms often do. Been my experience that moms usually know what they're talking about. And the nice thing about moms is they usually have your best interest at heart. Dads, yes, maybe we do too, but maybe not as much. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. I will say it was a bit of a cluster going over to the new grocery store to Provision yesterday. The damn taxi company, it took them 40 minutes to pick me up and give me a ride back. I had stuff in there that was frozen that I wanted to get back into the cooler before it started thawing out, but it thawed out completely by the time we got back here. I was a little perturbed about that. And I bought some beer, and the beer had gotten warm, which, you know, that's just sacrilege. So, I mean, that's just really wrong. When you let the beer get warm, you have violated a cardinal rule in my book. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I kind of feel like that's a big deal. Treating my dinghy as a garbage scow right now. It's all right. Take the garbage in the morning. It'll all get emptied then. Beautiful night. It's cooled off finally. It was hot today, man. It was hot today. It was 86 degrees down below in the cabin with the fans blowing. Good wind blowing through. The wind usually keeps us comfortable, but it got hot down below today. So, how far is it to the new provisioning store? Rejects is just about the same. It's a Winn-Dixie store that opened up. Where Publix is located, there's Publix. There's a road right next to Publix. On the other side of that road is Kmart, and then attached to the Kmart is the new Winn-Dixie. So it's maybe 100 yards, maybe 100 yards away from Publix. It's really close by, to it. It's just I had way too much stuff to walk back with. I didn't have my cart with me. Had I brought my cart, I had more stuff than I could even fit in the cart, because I had to buy a big package of paper towel and a big package of toilet paper, and so, you know, those things just take up too much room. So warm beer is alcohol abuse. There you go. Sounds like you'll just have to buy ice now when you buy groceries. Yeah, right. Are the Winn-Dixie prices better? On some things they're better, and on some things their quality is better, and some things their quality is worse. It's just, you know, it's a different, that's all. Hey Dan, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. As an example, the fried chicken at Publix is better than the fried chicken at Winn-Dixie. But I buy these little cryovac sealed packages of like coleslaw and potato salad, macaroni salad, that kind of stuff, because they tend to, for a mayonnaise based type thing, they store well in my refrigeration. They'll stay okay in there for, you know, maybe up to 4 or 5 days. And today I had the macaroni salad along with my lunch today, and I got to admit, the macaroni salad is much better at Winn-Dixie than the macaroni salad was over at Publix. So, you know, some things are better, some things are worse. Price-wise, Winn-Dixie seemed to be a little bit more affordable, but still not a lot. Still not a lot. So, but it was a little bit better. So, provisioning. Where do you sail to? Well, I live on a sailboat, so anytime you buy groceries, it's called provisioning. Winn-Dixie got destroyed during Irma. I always thought Publix had better food. Huh, okay, good to know. Tom Watts sang a song, Warm Beer, Cold Women. There you go, Dan. Remember the old days when frozen food was bagged in padded freezer bags? Well, yeah, now you have to buy those bags. I buy for like $2 and something. They sell these little refrigerated, they call them refrigerated bags, but they're just little sewn bags. I mean, I do it because I just hate getting little plastic shopping bags all the time. I refuse to do that. So I carry my own bags to the grocery store with me every time I go grocery shopping. And that way I don't have to get the little plastic bags and be creating that much more plastic. Oh, that reminds me of something. I had to laugh at something that I saw today on YouTube, of all places. There's a YouTube channel called Deer Meat for Dinner. You guys may be well aware of him. Robert Arrington is the guy's name, him and his wife. Mostly it's about Robert and what he's doing. Robert Arrington has a YouTube channel called Deer Meat for Dinner. All one word, Deer Meat for Dinner. Well, he went out with his boat the other day to go out fishing, and he did this whole big long story where he was taking a fishing gaff as he was going along the water and gaffing out mylar balloon after mylar balloon after mylar balloon, almost exactly like I did when I was crossing Long Island Sound, where I kept catching balloons after balloons after balloons. I used my net. You can see my net up there. I used my net to catch them. I did not have a gaff with me at the time. He had a gaff, so he was using his gaff to get them. The gaff would make that easier. But I had to laugh that here was another YouTuber, you know, having the exact same experience and bitching about it just like I was bitching about it. There's just no reason for all that to be out there on the water. People got to quit doing that stuff. So, oh, what I missed in the chat. Oh, you went shopping. Yep. That's our experience. You should see the prices of stuff in the Bahamas. Crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. So I've heard. You should fly some snapper one night. Wife and I are on 65 Norseman in Miami, working our way south. Maybe we can meet up. Hey Jack, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm in Buki Harbor, so. Somewhat I know that name, but can't remember the band, the Babies, huh? Ahoy, Carl and crew. Hey, Patriot Canadian, how you doing, brother? Anyhow, so I thought it was interesting that Robert Arrington he's got a pretty big channel. He's got a few hundred subscribers, I guess, on his. And I just thought it was funny that he was having the same experience, just getting all those mylar balloons out of the water, so. Crazy, crazy. That is what it is. Uh-oh. Just realized I left my other phone down below. Apparently I just got an email. Forgot it tonight. So if you've donated tonight and I didn't respond about it, I'm sorry, I apologize. But I don't have the phone down here, up here with me. So I will, if you've donated tonight, I will send you a personal email thanking you for the donations. But we always need funds. We always need funds. We are going to have the phone bill coming up again soon. We got the morning ball coming up again soon. Very soon here at the end of the month. We are going to need more provisions because, you know, I can only get like 3 or 4 days worth of stuff at a time. I can't get very much. So 3 or 4 days at a time is all I can put on the boat. So, but yep, always in the need. So, in fact, along those lines, and because I just feel kind of in a good mood this evening, how about we do a little fundraiser? Oh, I don't have the phone. Damn it. Ah, to hell with it. Just gonna have some fun. Somebody buy me a shot of tequila. Somebody, tell you what, somebody get on here. You just get on here and tell me you're gonna put $5 on PayPal. Tell me you're gonna put $5 up on PayPal, and I will enjoy a little bit of tequila. And I will take you at your word that you're actually going to do it, because I'm not going to be able to check to see if it was actually done or not. So I'll just take you at your word that you did it. So I find it odd the stores want to charge you for a bag and tell you they're trying to save the environment, but more and more of their products are packed. Oh yeah, absolutely, Rejects. Yeah, they're the ones saving the environment. We're the ones buying the bags. You know, this is just them not having to go out and buy the plastic bags. We're buying the better bags and reusing them. So. Yeah, but they'll take claim for all that. So, Gene says he bought me a shot. Oh, Gene, I know for a fact that you are a man of your word. So thank you very much, Gene. Here's to you. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, brother. Hello, dog. So, put me down for 5 shots, Captain. All right, Jack. Will do, brother. 5. Wow. Wow. I'll be schnockered tonight, so I'll do one of them right now. I'll save the rest of them for later on. So sounds like you're thirsty. I am. You know what it is? I've had this damn sore throat. I've had this damn tickle in my throat for what, 2 weeks now, a week and a half now, and I've not drank anything but a couple of beers the last couple of nights. I went like 7 days, I had no alcohol at all. Last 2 nights I've had a couple of beers each night, and that was it. And I still have this damn horsey sore throat, so I thought maybe La Cuervo might solve that. Oh, just good stuff. Just good stuff, so. Appreciate that, brothers. Thank you very much for the donations. Who was it that was reporting to be in the harbor last night who obviously hasn't visited? Yeah, Martin, you know, it is what it is. They may in fact be here, and then again, maybe they're not. I don't know. You know, seeing is believing. So I'm seeing that you're feeling better than the other day. Oh, man, I'm feeling much better. I mean, physically, I feel much better. I just trying to get rid of this sore throat. Not sore throat now, just just a harsh throat. A harsh throat. A little sore throat. Harsh throat. I've had a lot of, what do you call it? Like post-nasal drip kind of thing going. I don't have a cold. I'm not blowing my nose. I'm not congested. I just got this like thing going on in the back of my throat. So actually what I ought to do is I ought to gargle with some of this stuff. Oh yeah, there you go. Get it down there in those sinuses. So the tequila tickle, oh, I like that. So Irish whiskey will burn it all away. Yeah, I'm not into whiskey. My dad was a Scotch man. He liked his whiskey. Any whiskey, Scotch, bourbon, any of those he was fine with. I'm not so much. In fact, the only real hard liquors that I like, I like tequila just by itself with nothing, just tequila. I do like a well-crafted, very chilled, non-perfumed gin martini. Those can be nice from time to time. Or after a really big meal, I like a Courvoisier, a little cognac. So 7 days, there's a problem. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I went too long without something to drink. I don't know. Might very well be the case. Oh, what else is going on? Some excitement, some developments on the real estate front, some things going on there, some positive things. Nothing, again, unfortunately, that I can share with people, but some good stuff happening along those lines. So I am less guardedly, but still optimistic. So Princess Fairy, hello Carl, take care. All right, hello Princess Fairy. After you gargle, you should always wash it down with another shot. That's what my mom told me when I was young and sick. Huh. Okay. Wow. The boat next to me's got his stereo up pretty loud. The name of his boat is Triple C, S-E-A. Triple C. Oh. Hello, dog. How you doing, huh? What you up to? What you up to? No, don't knock that over. Cheers. Oh, man. No, I have to admit, guys, I wanted to say some thanks this evening to a couple people. I'm not going to name names because, you know, we can't do that nowadays with all the troll idiots out there. But I spoke yesterday about getting fuel. Sure enough, one of you guys came to my rescue and donated money for me to get fuel. So that was great, and I appreciated that. And, you know, I needed provisions, and guys came along and sent me money for provisions and stuff. You guys are awesome. You guys really are. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Just sort of keeping things going, you know, keeping the boat running, keeping everything on board happening. I do have something real exciting going on that's going to be coming up. I can't announce anything yet, but it may have a big change in things. But another one of my fans who is doing something very supportive, I'll put it that way. We'll see how well that comes to fruition, but some cool stuff happening, you know, some cool stuff happening. So things here in the harbor are much better. We had a lot of fun playing dominoes this past week. I'm looking forward to having fun playing dominoes this coming week. That's been my big, you know, sort of day off, kicking back and relaxing and meeting and greeting people. Unfortunately, a lot of my domino regulars have left the harbor. A lot of the people that usually come play dominoes have left the harbor. So on the morning net, I am explicitly inviting people that don't know how to play dominoes to come and join us and learn how. So yeah, I agree, Marie. Thanks to those who support me. I agree with that. Thank you. So yeah, those guys are just awesome. And I really appreciate it. I can't say that enough. I can't say that enough how much I appreciate that. So, I mean, life has been awesome for me right now. And considering where I was, you know, a year or so ago, you know, up there in Alaska in that cabin all by myself, freezing my bippy off, lonely, isolated, cold. God, it's cold. And, you know, I've had this dream of being on my own boat and being able to live aboard and sail. And you know, because of you guys and the support from everybody, I've been able to take that dream and make it a reality. And so, you know, I'm not going to be on my deathbed saying, boy, I wish I had. Now I'll be on my deathbed saying, man, I did. Wasn't that a pain in the butt? No, seriously, it was like, man, I did. And what a gas, you know, what an adventure. And it really has been. It has been an amazing adventure, and I'm interested to see where it goes from here. You know, do I do the loop? I mean, that's always a possibility. Do I finish the loop? That's an idea. Do I go to the Med? You know, the changes that I'm looking at may allow me to have a vehicle that you know, that the Mediterranean might be a possibility. You know, go visit Italy, go visit Spain again. You know, uh, my first wife Johanna and I have really good memories of a trip that she and I took to Torremolinos, Spain, there on the Costa del Sol. We had a great time visiting there. So there's a lot of things that it'll be interesting to see where we go from here and how things develop. But I missed some things here in the chat. Let me catch up here for a second. While you guys look at my ugly mug. Okay, I just looked him up. He has written songs from many of the bands I used to listen to. Okay. You will be the only one left on the net soon. Oh, no. No, there's a lot of people that live here around here in the harbor. I mean, there's still a good crowd of the local people that stay here. So, yep. Thanks. Yeah, guys like Dan Carter. Yep, thank you, Dan. Dan's been a great supporter. I see there was theft in the harbor. Seems like it should be easy enough to narrow it down. Yeah, Ed, I don't know. Let me just touch base on that. I can't speak for all of it. But I will say that some of the people that are claiming some nefarious activities in the harbor are those same people that constantly are having problems with boats drifting away, paddles drifting away, stuff falling off their boat. They just are not, you know, you can't go out drinking all night and be drunk off your butt and not do a very good job of tying your boat up to you, tying your dinghy up to your boat, and then, you know, bitch about people stealing your dinghy in the morning when you just simply didn't tie it up properly and it just drifted away. And that's an example that I am well aware of, that one of the people here in the harbor who claims theft, it was simply just a matter of they've just not been doing a very good job of tying their dinghy up on a regular basis. And they have a long track record of not doing that. So I discount those claims of theft here. I really do. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's, you know, not probable. So anyhow, you have to live each day as if it were your last, because it could be. Yep, absolutely, Callie, absolutely. Let's see a video of your journey so far, huh? You know, Dan, you're right. I probably should do something. Unfortunately, if you remember, I lost my computer along the way that has all those files on it. But I guess at some point I could go back and pull that stuff back off the web and then piece together a whole another thing. So, yeah, pilot, I have a passport. You made it. You don't need to go anywhere. Oh, I always got to go somewhere. I'm too wide for a mooring. We'll throw anchor in Buki for 4 days. You're too wide for a mooring? I don't know, man. There's some awful big catamarans here on moorings. I can't imagine how wide you would be. There's trimarans. There's trimarans here on moorings, so you shouldn't have a problem, Jack. Yeah, Bahamas would be nice, although this is getting to be too late in the season to go to the Bahamas, so. You bought a transatlantic jet. No, I did not buy a transatlantic jet. I have spent enough time in airplanes. I am not interested in air travel anymore. My dad retired as a staff vice president for Pan Am. I have flown in airplanes all over the world. I like going 6 knots now. I like going slowly and seeing things. So, other than this chat, what are you reading? Oh, Zigzag. I'm reading the chat is what I'm reading. I'm just behind what you guys are. Yeah, everything that I'm reading is just the chat. I'm just behind on it. That's all. Anyhow, the dog was occupying my camera spot, so I can put. Oh, I see. Okay. Anyhow, somebody bought me 5 of these, so I'm behind here. I think I'm at 4, so 3. I'm at 3 of his, so this is 4. Oh, man. Good stuff, brother. Thank you. Good stuff. How much for a shot? $5. $5. Hit the PayPal up for $5. Zigzag. Buy me a shot. We're on happy hour this evening. We're on happy hour. Trying to get that stuff out of my throat. Once and for all. Gotta get something harsh down there to get this phlegm out of my throat. The lady has taken up her position on the deck there. She's just hanging out. She likes sitting up there high where she can look around and keep an eye on everything going on around us. Uh-oh. Why isn't it focusing on her? There we go. Now it's focused on her. Well, no, it's losing the focus again, huh? Focus on her. What the hell? That's weird. There, it's focused on her. Huh. My camera is freaking out, doesn't know what to focus on, so. Do you have a link for, yeah, it's in the description down below. No, there's one for the card, and then right above the one for the card, there's just my regular PayPal. It's paypal.me/Carl Brooks, CarlBrooke. Paypal.me. It's right there in the, it's the first one in the description, not the second one in the description. The second one's to get a card, the first one is just to donate. I don't know if you guys can hear his music, but I'm kind of digging it. It's a good song right now. When the weather's fine, you got women on your mind. Yeah, I guess that's the case, so. Oh well, don't we all have women on our mind at some point or another? Except for, obviously, the women. I don't think the women on here have women on their mind. Maybe they do. I don't know. Hey, you know, I'm a free spirit. If that's what they're into, there's nothing wrong with that. That's good with me. You know, far be it from me to tell anybody how to live their life. I'm certainly no professional or experienced person at this, so. Do I get lonely? I used to, actually. Coming down, you know, the Erie Canal and stuff. Not nearly as lonely as what Marie says, yuck. Not nearly as lonely as when I was up in Alaska. Up in Alaska was lonely. Here on the boat, no, not so much. I mean, I'm in a community here. There's always people to talk to. There's always people to hang out with. I turn down more invitations than I make for people to get together and do stuff. So, only because I really haven't had the resources to go out and do a lot of the things I would like to do. But it is what it is, you know. So, but no, it's not lonely in here right now. All right, what did I miss in the chat? So, did you catch the circle around the sun event that was visible? No, I did not. I did not. There, okay. And then there's us. Yeah, there's always you guys. Every night I get to hang out here for an hour or so and chat with my friends. What could be worse? I mean, come on, what could be better than that? And I have the wonder dog here who likes to attack me all the time. The Miss Lily, who is constantly trying to jump on me and, oh yes, hi dog. Constantly trying to jump on me and give me a hard time, so, yes, oh, come on, you're scratching me now. Okay, get down. Get down. You're just scratching me now. Scratch my neck. Her paw pads are very rough, so, one shot's on its way. All right, Zigzag, thanks, brother. What the hell was that? Something up on deck just went bang. What'd you do, dog? I don't see anything out of place. Everything looks all right. Rigging's all where it's supposed to be. Anchor's still up on the bow. still attached to the mooring ball? Are we? Are we? Are we still attached to the mooring ball? I see the mooring ball. Yeah, we're still attached. We're turning back into it. Huh. That was weird. That was weird. I heard something. Oh, I bet there's something down below fell. Yeah, I just checked all my lines. All my anchor lines are not anchor lines, but all my lines on the mooring ball, and there's no frays or anything up there. They're all in good shape, so we shouldn't have any problems with being attached to the mooring ball. My guess is something down below in the cabin fell, so. Oh, let's see what else we got going on here. 1 ounce is a shot. There you go. Women can be hard to hang around sometimes. Yep. I'll be visiting our daughter late May, early June. Can't stay long due to a cruise we've planned. Time allows, maybe we can meet up with you. All right, well, sounds like fun, Callie. Seems like the marina always has potlucks going on. It does, Regis. Yeah, there's always something social going on here at the marina. Friday nights, Saturday nights. On the 29th, we've got a big umbrella dinghy race coming up on the 29th. That's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, there's always something going on here. It's happy to see you leave the cabin. Actually, that was the first time I donated to your adventure. That would have made me lonely as well. Yeah, Gene, it was kind of rough being up there by yourself. But you know, I had to go up there and you know, wrap up business and stuff. I had to get all the debts that we owed up in Alaska paid off and pay off all the bills and stuff. I had to take care of that stuff. Certainly my ex-wife wasn't going to do it, so. And my dog is always the best company. You're right, Rejects. Yep. Lightning stick. I don't have a lightning stick. I want a lightning strike. No lightning here, no. Is there a better way with exchange? $5 is $10.50 Canadian for me. Yeah, zigzag. Unfortunately, no. I'm afraid there's not. So, but manatees are getting frisky. Yeah, maybe. Cruising with your wife 24/7 with your spouse on 300 square feet. You have to be really connected and tight. Yeah, that's right, City Freebird. Yep. All right, Jack, you take care, brother. We'll see you in the future. Be good. Name of my boat is Breaking Wind. Okay. All right, Jack, you take care, brother. I'm gonna actually have to end this here anyway, because we're getting kind of dark. You guys can barely see me, but for those that that bought me some shots, let me get that done. Here's the last one for the night. Oh, there we go. And for those of you, when I take a slug, if you don't think that's an ounce, you just don't realize how big a person I am. So, oh man, the moon is really cool tonight. Look at the, I don't know if I can show this to you. Let me see if I can get this in there. Look how cool that moon is right now. Can you see that? Just that little sliver up there? That's really neat. Look at that. Like a little silvery cup up there in the sky. Anyhow. All right, well listen kids, we're going to go ahead and end this anyway. It's getting kind of dark here, so. Do you have cockpit lights? Rejects, I actually do have spreader lights, but they're not working. And for the life of me, I don't know why they're not, well, yes, I do know why they're not working. There's a piece of wire that's right in the compression post. What I need to do is I need to pull the mast and I need to replace about 6 feet of wire. There's a connection down in the area where I keep my tools. The wire to that connection is good, but the connection that goes from there up the compression post to the base of the mast, that wire has gone bad, needs to be replaced. So as a result of that, I don't have lights. I did have Christmas lights set up here on the boom, but I don't have them anymore. So we can't do this at night anymore. We gotta call it a night. So unless you guys can just bear with looking at me in the dark here, but Moon looks like the cat on the... Yeah, exactly, right? The Alice in Wonderland cat, yep. Anyhow, kids, listen, be good, be careful, take good care of one another. Thanks for watching tonight, kids. Remember, in the description down below, there is a link to my PayPal should you want to contribute to the adventure. Those of you guys who have contributed, my heartfelt gratitude and thanks for having done so. I appreciate it. And we will have more for you guys tomorrow.